Hello, Nathan.
Hello, people. Hello, Tom. Hello, Spencer. How you doing?
What's going on? All right.
How is everybody?
All right.
Everybody's fine. You want to start with number one?
Get on with it, mate. Fucking hell. Come on.
All right. The IBF gives Usyk a waiver for rematch with Fury in December. So how much money do you think they gave him to do that?
God,
Oh,
5 million episode.
listen, it. They might have not had to give him anything. They probably just looked at the books, looked at how much Hergovich and Dubois was getting for the IBF crown, right? For their sanctioning part, and see how much they could get from Usyk Fury rematch, and they could get way more with the Fury Usyk rematch. And since the Dubois fight, Hergovich fight is for an interim title, they can still get sanction fees for that fight anyway. Same amount. So they could double
That's
up.
right. Yep. That's what I'm thinking. So why, get hardly not that much when you could get a lot more with Fury and Usyk? It makes total economic sense.
Yeah, for sure.
Hold on a second. My belt is giving me
Won't
a
the
problem.
winner of this fight be stripped anyway? The winner of the rematch be stripped to the top?
Well, by that time, they might fight the IBF winner. I mean, like they might fight AJ if AJ wins against Hergovich.
Yeah, I do think whoever out of the undisputed fight, they should be stripped of it. They were due to defend that belt like a year ago. Seriously. Rules are rules.
Well, yes, in fairness, and we don't know if the fighters got paid off either.
I'm sure they would have done. Hergovich might have got $1 million each, or a couple of million each. You never know.
And Hergovich is technically still going. If he wins, he's still going to be the champ.
IBF.
It will be an interim status, but he'll still be a champion. So whoever else he'll fight, he'll be the champion of that bout or whatever the case is.
Whoever gets stripped of the belt, then
he'll
the fight. Whoever gets stripped of that belt, then he'll just be automatically be upgraded to the proper champion, obviously.
Right, because like if Hergovich and Dubois they fight tomorrow, right?
Right.
For the interim, then that means that Usyk and Fury they looking at what, October?
Do you want me to? No, December. It's
December.
December.
Oh, so that's even better. That gives AJ a time to maybe try to sneak in and fight the winner of Hergovich Dubois. And if AJ could win, then they will never get stripped because AJ they gonna fight. If Fury wins, AJ and Fury's gonna happen.
Well, what if Wilder wins against Zhang? That's a possible match too.
We're gonna talk about that because that's at the end.
All right. All right. Well, next up we have the 5x5 card. We could just go down the list, which is Zhang versus Wilder first. What are your thoughts on that?
Zane outweighed him by like 60 pounds or something. They said.
God, that's a lot of weight.
Yo, Wilder's like 215 or 216 for this fight.
Ridiculous.
I think probably he wants to be lighter to move and let Zhang, gas out.
Yeah, that's possible. Because I mean, yeah, Zane ain't one to grapple and hold or nothing, right?
No,
not necessarily. Really. No, he wants punching room, right, Nathan?
Yeah, Wilder needs to get him out of there in 2 or 3 rounds, otherwise he's going to lose. He just needs to lay it on him, stick it on him, hit him as soon as he can, jump straight on him. Even if he gets knocked doing it, it's his only chance to win it.
Yeah, let him go for it.
he's got to stop him. I'm concerned about Wilder's, balance and his fitness, to go the distance. He's talking about retiring if he loses
You know,
this.
Well, he should. But I mean, he looked pretty okay in them gym videos they were showing.
No, I'm a big fan. I hope he can not get hurt and be victorious. But we'll see.
I
Zhang
mean,
is a big mountain to climb there.
yeah. I want him to win partly because there's this. Well, that's going on for later, but I want him to win. He's the
Right.
American. Go America.
Zhang to
USA.
win
USA.
because he's fucking different. He's 40 years old. Zhang bores me. He's such a dull fighter. He's slow. He's got power, but you take away the power, there's nothing else there. Really.
Yeah, you gotta get him in there with a good opponent in order for that fight to be really a inter. You know.
If Wilder connects, it's over. It's game over. I don't care what
Well,
he says.
yeah. Well, he was in there with Hergovich. He was competitive with Hergovich, but he ran out of gas.
I
Yeah.
think I'm going to be honest, I'm going to have to pick Zhang because on his form, base compared to Wilder's form. But obviously, I want Wilder to win, but you've got to be honest about it.
Yeah, I'm going to go with you too. I go with that one.
Zhang late stoppage. I'm going to say.
All right. I'm gonna go with Wilder. Ain't saying a southpaw.
Yeah.
All right.
Zhang's
Well,
a southpaw.
the best weapon against the southpaw is what?
If he can get that fast right hand through Zhang's guard, he has a chance.
Yeah, and that's the best weapon against the southpaw is that straight right hand. So if he could get his weapon there, it should be interesting.
Yeah. Well, I want that. In my heart, I want Deontay to win.
We will do.
So we go to now Hergovich versus Dubois.
Yeah.
Your thoughts, guys?
I think Hergovich is going to knock him out in the 8 rounds. I can't be bothered with Daniel Dubois. He's such a dull guy. No personality. He's simply not that good. He struggled to beat a Miller who wasn't even on drugs. Oh dear. He's going to get sliced to pieces. And Hergovich will break him down.
I think Hergovich is going to outbox him. I think Dubois is going to get a good couple of shots in, catch him with a good couple of pieces. But I think for the most part, Hergovich is going to outbox him. I don't know if he's going to stop him, but I think he's going to win.
He's got a lot more skill than Dubois. Dubois hasn't got enough skill to win this fight, or enough experience. He hasn't got the experience that Zhang's got.
Yeah, I mean Dubois been in there with some people, but
he has. But he didn't look great against Miller, did he? To be fair,
yeah.
Well, he won. He won. I'm going to go with Hergovich by.
Yeah, okay. Why you don't
I'm
like
going to
that?
go with Hergovich by KO.
Okay, y'all both going Hergovich KO. I think Hergovich going to win. I don't think it's going to be a stoppage though.
I'm not expecting a fight. It's going to be a boring fight. I'm going to be honest. It's not going to be exciting. Unless Hergovich gets hit and then gets angry.
That'd be funny. If Dubois win, the damn.
I'll laugh my head off if he wins. Because Hergovich is meant to be the heir apparent, but obviously he's not.
Taking him a long time to get there.
Sure. I don't know. I think the problem with Hergovich was matchmaking. Nobody wanted to fight him.
And still people don't.
He doesn't bring in the minutes.
Yeah, that's it. That is, I think, is the main reason. It's like it's not a enticing fight for the public. Ain't nobody asking for that fight. Hergovich, we're not seeing him everywhere else where we demanding him to fight somebody. Like we're demanding one of the champs to fight Hergovich. Especially after the Zhang fight. Because that was his I guess the first time a lot of people got to see him. and he wasn't that impressive in that fight. So it's like, wait, that guy?
Yeah, I got to agree with that. You know, it's dramatic that makes people, attractions, dramatic knockouts, dramatic wars,
Yeah.
you know, and we haven't seen that from him really, especially at heavyweight, you know.
Yeah. You can't be outboxing people all the time, and you got to stop them, press the crowd.
That's right.
But his last fight against Mark Demori was a bit of a non-event, wasn't it? But at least he got a knock.
Well, Mark Maury, ain't that the dude that David Hay knocked out in like a half a minute?
Yeah. About 10 years.
Yeah. When
Pathetic.
David Hayes comeback trail.
Mark Demore and Arnold the Cobra, who had no punch in him. Oh dear! Don't remind me of that.
So next up we have Austin Ammo Williams versus Shiraz.
Shiraz will knock him out pretty quickly. But he's a powerful middleweight. Shiraz is.
Yeah. Well, let's see. Now, what's on? There's a title on the line here, right?
No.
No?
No, it's not. It's just for a mandatory. Not a mandatory. It's like a high positioning.
Ain't it to fight? I thought they was trying to get, what's it called? The winner of this to fight Janabek.
For unification, I think. Yeah.
I don't think that happened.
I thought, don't Janabek already got the 2 titles?
Yeah, he
Yes,
does. The IBF and the WBO.
WBO, right, yeah.
And the IBO.
So, oh yeah, the IBO. Can't forget that prestigious one.
Oh, dear.
Who else?
Okay, next up is versus Nick Ball.
Raymond. I'm going to pick Raymond Ford, to be honest. You know, he's a champion. So.
All right, I'm going with you.
And then we have Craig Richards and Willie Hutchinson.
Craig Richards should win.
Yeah. This might be a good one.
It will be a good fight. It'll be a very cruiserweight.
Yeah, this one might be a good one.
Yeah.
Sorry, light heavyweight.
Yeah, I can't believe that Wilder is 60 pounds under this dude.
He should fight at Bridgeway. If he loses, he should fight Lawrence Okolie, shouldn't he? Really?
Yo, I'm looking at that. I'm like, yeah, he could be a Bridgeweight champion out here. He could make that. He could have made it popular. He could have fought.
You know what? He should fight Lawrence Okolie if he loses. I'd pick him to beat Lawrence Okolie.
Yeah, possible. Yeah, Lawrence Okolie might have not got hit by no power like Deontay.
Not some old drunk Polish guy.
Yeah, Lawrence Okolie, man. I mean, Wilder landing on him, it would be lights out right away.
Yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, our third subject is Conor Benn was suspended again by the British Boxing Commission. So, I don't know how much that lines up because he's been, he only dragged this thing out. He should have just dealt with it when it first happened. It would have been over by now.
Yeah, but he can still fight in America. He doesn't need to fight in Britain again, ever. He can just stay fighting in America. And,
but he as a fighter, you might have wanted to be able to fight in your hometown.
You know what? He created this mess. He can get on Saudi Arabian cards. He can fight in America on the undercard. It's serious. I think he should just fight abroad. Forget the British. If they're never going to give his license back, he has to fight abroad.
Yeah, at the moment he ain't got no choice at the moment, but he could for sure he could get on the Saudi card if they put it right. Who is he with?
Frank Matchroom.
If they do another 5x5, who would Queensbury match him up with?
I don't know, to be honest. I don't think there's any good welterweights in the UK, really.
Well, he's fighting 154, isn't he?
Yeah. So he could just go fight in America on some undercard somewhere, make a lot of money. But obviously in the UK, he's a pay-per-view star in the UK, not in the rest of the world. Do you know what I mean?
Right. That's
So
right.
his earnings have been hit tremendously. But he created the mess. He should just cash out, go fight Chris Eubank in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, if you
No,
fight him in Saudi Arabia, he could still get that UK pay-per-view money there.
him and
He'll get more money.
Ryan Garcia should fight.
Oh no. That would be a meeting of the minds, wouldn't it?
Yeah, really.
That would be that would be an interesting.
But I'll tell you what, Garcia would tear him up. He'd destroy him. Conor Ben's probably European level at best.
Have to fight, or he could fight homeboy Barrios.
That's right.
Him and Stanios should be a good fight. Stanios would whip his ass.
Yep.
Or even Liam Smith would be a good fighter.
Yeah, he gotta get, but that'll be a good fight for the UK, and he can't fight in the UK. I mean, maybe that'll be on a Saudi card. Liam Smith, Liam Williams.
Yeah, it all depends.
He could fight a Canadian dude, your homeboy.
Which one's that?
Brandon Cook.
Brandon Cook. Yep. Yeah.
He could fight that dude.
I don't think Brandon Cook's much of a fighter these days, you know.
Oh, okay.
He only fights Mexicans and road sweepers.
Oh God. So let's move on. Fendora and Spencer are scheduled to fight. What do you think about that?
Yo, they giving Spencer a title shot.
What weight is this at?
154.
The title for 154.
Which belt? Which sanctioning body?
Don't he got two belts?
Yeah.
Fedora got the WBO and the WBC.
Yeah, when he beat Sue, remember?
Spence may win, but I don't know. With the way
if Spence loses this fight, he really should consider retiring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna see what how he looks, because it's been a long time since he's been in the ring.
He should be able to win this. He should. On
he
paper,
should, yeah.
Partly because Fedora don't fight his height. Fedora engages, and Spence is going to be able to get to that guy's body.
What is he?
Right.
6'7"? Is Fedora 6'7" or something?
Something like that. 6'5", some craziness.
Yeah, he's pretty crazy. It's going to be interesting, but I would pick Spence if he's healthy.
Yeah, if he's at his A game, then yeah.
I would definitely pick Spence here if he's healthy. He's a much better fighter than Fendora, but which he should win. But a good segue from here to the next one is that Costa Sue's fight with Ortiz had to be canceled because he needs more time for the head wound to heal. Now, I don't know if that's true or not. Because you would think he would want to get back in there with Fendora right away, right? But maybe Ortiz is bringing too much power to the table for him, because it's a fight. This is a fight of two punchers, really.
Yeah.
Neither one has a great defense, and I think Ortiz has a bit more speed in addition to power than Zhu does. What do you guys think of that fight?
It's not a bad fight.
He could be holding out so that he could get the winner of the Spence Fendora fight.
That's true. He could get a title shot.
Either one
could.
Yeah. Well,
either one.
More so with Tszyu, because isn't Tszyu more friendly with Al Heyman and them than Ortiz? Ortiz still with Golden Boy, right?
Yeah.
So if Ortiz still with Golden Boy, him Tszyu fighting the winner Spence Fendora might be more easier to make, let's say.
Right. Yes. Well, yeah. I can see your point there, But I'm just questioning whether or not there's alternative motives here. You know what I mean?
I mean, it
And
could be
see
that
why.
it could be that it's like in my get back fight, I don't want to fight this dude because it's too much of a fight. The styles might clash too much. I'm suffering an injury. I'm coming back from an injury. I don't want to re-aggravate it or anything like that. It could be a bunch of
Right.
those thoughts also in the reason why they not fighting.
Right. What do you think, Nathan?
Don't know.
All right.
No,
Well,
no.
moving on. Moving on, we have Catterall 1. What did you guys think of the fight?
Oh, the scoring was horrible.
Who do you think won?
I'd say Catterall won, but the scorecards were a bit iffy.
So, but you do agree with the decision that he won?
Yeah, but not by how much. I just thought Bob Aaron was a little bit right, with the scoring.
Nah, he wasn't. He wasn't right because he said Josh won, so he wasn't right.
Right. How'd you see it?
I saw Jack winning. I mean, I gave it like 7 rounds to 5. I might have gave it 8-4. I think first 2 rounds Jack. I think the third round Josh. 4, 5, 6 Jack. So Jack was up 5-1 after 6 in my book. Then Josh came back and won. You could give him the next 4. You could surely give him 3 of the next 4. But then Jack won the last 2.
Yeah, it was a close fight. It looked like Catterall just had more power overall. His punches had more effect, but it was a
Yeah.
good fight, and it was kind of like a 7-5 situation, right? That's how I kind of saw it.
Yeah, that's
So,
why I said like after the first
yeah,
6, I gave him 1, but then Jack only won like clearly he won 2 of the last 6, but if you're
yeah,
generous, you could have gave him 3. But
right.
Josh, he kind of came back in the second half and he was taking over. Yeah, I mean, and he had
Yeah.
Jack hurt a couple times.
Well, that's true, and he got shook up a couple of times too. But I
Oh
think
yeah, for
maybe
sure.
it makes for a great trilogy. It's one of those things where you can actually go 3 times.
And that's true, but do you want would
No,
Jack be so I mean, would Jack be as effective up there at 147 where
no,
Josh really should be going?
no,
Maybe. What do you think, Nathan?
no, not at all. I think Taylor's been advised badly after the TFMO Lopez loss. He should have gone straight up to 147. He shouldn't have taken the rematch with Catterall. He didn't have to. He won the first fight. It made no sense to me.
Well, do you think he carries enough power up there?
Yeah.
All right. Well, that would be something to see if
But
he could.
look, he's killing himself to make the weight since he fought Catterall 3 or 4 fights ago.
Yeah, because Nathan, he part of his excuse that he was saying he didn't look good in the first fight against
Well,
Catterall
he
was
should have
because of the
vacated all the
weight drain.
belts, but he should have gone up after that fight, after the first Catterall fight, and never
Yeah,
looked back.
yeah, he wouldn't have got stripped of his
But he's
belts.
wrecked his career. Taking them
Yeah,
Catterall fight has wrecked his career a little bit, Where do you go
wow.
from 2 losses?
Yeah, especially especially when a lot of people thought you lost the first fight. So in essence,
You don't
you
take
should be
chances
3.
again.
Yeah.
Well, next up we have Mbili and Makhmadov both winning in early KOs. What do you think it does for them?
Nothing, because they fought nobody. Makhmadov's fought nobody in his rematch. It was a waste of time.
Yeah,
Right.
that rematch was a waste. I mean, yeah, he needs to. I mean, I guess that's to put him back in the win column. I guess, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
But it
So
doesn't do much else.
no, but he gotta step up his competition. As far as Billy, they was saying who he was going to fight next. It wasn't Canelo. It was supposed to be somebody else that they was trying to set him up with.
I would like to see Ortiz and him. I mean, I'm thinking of that too. At 168, I think he would beat Ortiz.
Yeah.
Ortiz who?
The 168, is it Ortiz? No, I'm thinking of Berlanga.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, Berlanga. Yeah.
What's it?
Who did he say? I don't remember who he said he wanted to fight.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to remember. I mean, obviously, everybody want to fight Canelo, but it was was
Wasn't it
it
the guy
Caleb
he
Plant?
almost fought?
Mm, Mungia?
Yeah, he
I
could
don't,
have been
I don't,
mentioning
I
him.
don't, I don't know if it was Mungia. I think he might have said Plant.
Yeah, because Plan, I think, is going to fight Munguia next, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that should be interesting.
Mungia would win.
So, but then I'm thinking maybe Berlanga. Berlanga's a #1 contender. It puts him in line for Canelo, or if Canelo, gives up the belt. So that would make sense to me. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I would like to see that fight. Berlanga is also a guy who's got a lot of power, but is short on defense.
Yeah, he got decent power. He ain't really show it so much, so
Not lately.
not lately. When he was fighting those journeymen, he was knocking them out. But now that he's fighting people that not going to just fall down, it's
I
harder
think
for him to make them fall down.
he could win a title.
Okay.
I think he could win a title. But what did I want to say? Oh, the next #8, I don't think we should take up. It's just Nathan calling me a fag.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think.
We should move on from that.
All right.
Now, why don't you go with them? Call them off, because you said Adrian Broner versus Blair Cobbs.
Oh God.
Yeah, that's this weekend, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
that's the
supposed to
Don
be, yeah.
King. That's the Don King promotion.
Oh.
Well, supposed to be coming back. I don't know how long he gonna stay. What type of contract he got with Don King? If AB does win, AB what 34?
Yeah.
He not that old, so he might be able to get a meaningful fight or two. Hey, maybe he
I
can fight.
expect him to win on a split decision. I'm not expecting a dominant performance from him. I think he'll do enough to win.
Yeah.
Well, he's got to let his hands go if he wants to win. That's been his problem. He doesn't
But
let
Blair
his hands
Cobbs
go.
isn't anything special, is he? He's not even.
Yeah, that's probably why we got this fight. Put AB in the win column, and then maybe he could get somebody like a Conor Ben.
Look, I think Broner has enough in his locker left to beat guys like Cobbs. If he can't, then he should walk away, really.
Yeah.
Cobbs has some power, though.
He does, yeah. He could get the win, but I don't like Cobbs.
I think, AB is a defensive minded guy. It's going to be hard for Cobb to actually get to him if he's like anything of his former self.
I was a fan of his. I thought he was an excellent boxer.
We all were.
And then he just got gun shy and wouldn't throw to leave himself open after that fight with Maidana.
That's what happens when Marcus Maidana hits you and nearly knocks you out, nicks your head off.
Well, I've rewatched that fight, and I got to tell you, Adrian hung in there. You got to give him credit. He took a lot of shots, and he fought back, but it wasn't enough. But his cockiness, I think, was a big embarrassment for him.
He was never a welterweight, though. Do you know what I mean? Remember, he went from 135 straight to 147. He missed out 140.
Yeah, he's a small guy for sure.
Yeah, he shouldn't have been what's it called? But that's where the money was at the time. He was trying to get that money.
Right. Yep, he wanted to fight Floyd. Remember?
Yeah,
Look how that worked out.
Yeah.
yeah.
Well,
If he wouldn't have lost to Maidana, he might have got that fight.
that's right. Maidana got
Because
2 fights out of Floyd.
yeah,
And a lot of
Yeah.
money.
Oh yeah. And Floyd knew, once you fight Floyd, he's got your blueprint down. He's going to beat you better the second time.
oh for sure.
That was the way it was. But moving on, Janabek's got a fight coming up.
Mm.
Yeah, who that? They
So,
said who? Who
uh,
you fighting?
you put it up there from Mikalovic, Unified Middleweight Showdown.
Yeah. That's on the top ranked card in July. Oh, that should be. I mean, well, I think Janabek should win that fight.
Yeah. Why isn't Janabek getting the respect he deserves, man? He's a great fighter.
Because he doesn't bring any money to the table. He's not
Yeah,
entertaining.
he one of those guys that don't bring a lot of money. He got to fight other places because he can't draw nobody to where he's at right at the moment, right?
Yeah, I guess
Where's he
so.
from?
He's from,
Kazakhstan, the same place as Triple G.
yeah, it
Right,
was
right.
like the GGG, it's like Ali and Larry Holmes, right?
Yeah,
Kind of that kind of syndrome where you're following another great fighter in the same division and there's some similarity and whatnot.
yeah, and again, as we said, it's not too many people that's going to want to take the risk for a low reward. Yeah, he got the belts though, so that's in a situation that's a little bit different than Triple G. There's no Canelo in the division. Like there's no money making. There's no Cotto in the division at the moment. So there's
No.
really nobody that he can go and get a big payday from. He probably gonna have to move up anyway.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. I like him. I think he's a good boxer. He's got power. And maybe at some point, if he gets all the titles, that'll raise his stock.
Well, yeah, because he'll be the undisputed, and people can't. They gotta go see him at that division.
Especially if he fights in the States.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's no big money match out there. There's no middleweight monster right now.
No, that's a yeah. There's nothing. There's he might have to wait for them dudes at junior middleweight to come up, or he might have to move up, go fight
Yeah.
Munguia or something. Even though Munguia lost, jumped. He left middleweight to not fight him.
Yeah. So we got next up, Joshua's next opponent may not be the winner of Daniel Dubois or Philip Hergovich.
And this is where we're going to. If Wilder wins, Eddie Hearn saying that Wilder AJ is going to be the front runner.
Oh, no. I think Wilder's all wrong for Joshua. I really don't think that's a good fight for him, for Joshua. So, crazy fight.
Well, that's part of the reason why I would like Wilder to win, because I always wanted to see a Wilder Joshua fight.
Yeah, me too.
I think Wilder gets the better of him. If he's just too awkward for Joshua. The way he fights, it's not a good style for Joshua.
Yeah. But if Joshua could catch him with a 1-2, stagger him a bit.
It's 1-2 and count to 10.
I'd like to see Usyk versus Wilder. I think that would be interesting.
Who?
Wilder wouldn't win, but
Hergovich, you said?
no, sorry, Wilder against Usyk.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing that fight either.
Well, there's a lot of interesting possibilities. We'll see. But yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, but he wouldn't want to fight Zhang. I don't know if he would want to fight Zhang.
No,
no. If Wilder wins, Wilder versus Joshua. If Zhang wins, Joshua versus the winner of Hergovich Dubois.
Joshua against
Ah,
Zhang would be a boring fight. Really boring.
Who?
Joshua against Zhang would be a dull fight.
Yeah, like if Zhang win, there's no reason for AJ to take that risk to fight Zhang, even though he's Chinese and they got a big population over there.
It's dangerous, but I just don't. I think it's a high risk, low reward fight.
No, well, I wouldn't call the reward low. That's what I'm saying. Like I don't know if the reward is low,
But Zhang's
but
already lost twice. I don't. Whoever loses this fight has no value left in them, really.
yeah, I guess
If Zhang loses, it's not too bad, but it's worse for Wilder.
for sure,
yeah, I
for
think,
sure.
Anthony needs to stay busy between, the Usyk Fury fight, and that he'll put himself in a position either to face the winner of that or face somebody who wins this weekend.
Joseph Parker, he should fight Joseph Parker in arena.
Or Dylan White.
Well, yeah, no.
Nah, Dylan White's
Dylan White's
shot.
too easy.
Well,
He's
to keep
shot.
him busy, you don't want him to risk losing.
Oh, I
No,
see. Oh, that makes a ton of sense. That's right. Yeah. Well, Joshua's been looking good. He's been staying sharp. He looks beautiful.
Yeah,
Joshua
for
against
sure.
Jared Anderson, I'd pay to see. That would be great.
Yeah,
Right.
but
They're
that
gonna
but
hold. Yeah, go ahead.
that ain't yet. That ain't big enough yet.
No, it's not.
No. And they're gonna hold Anderson back yet because it's a little too soon to throw him in there.
Yeah, Jarrell Miller.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
no. Oh, God.
Give me that fat.
Oh dear.
Give me that fat. Give
Has
me that
anybody got any
Kentucky
drugs?
Fried.
Anybody got any crack on them?
Oh god.
Now, and the last thing is, y'all. I don't know if y'all know Tyson Fury. I mean, Mike Tyson, Jake Paul fight been postponed.
Hooray!
Right, because
We cancelled.
for an ulcer. For ulcer, right?
Is that what was wrong with Mike? And also,
Yeah, he has an ulcer, and the doc said light training and road work, and then in a few weeks he can resume full-out training.
I don't want to see it, but I want to see it get cancelled. I think it's stupid. Forget it.
it was supposed to happen in July or August,
July.
so they
No,
might push it back. What, 2 months, 3 months?
yeah, they're gonna reschedule it maybe for October, I think.
Okay.
Now, an interesting thing was Carl Froch was saying. I don't know if you guys saw this.
What?
Was that he was saying that he hasn't seen the contract, but somebody close to them has said that there are all of these conditions about Mike gets less money if he knocks him out or if he hurts him.
Oh dear.
So I don't know if that's true or not. If it's true, then that's really bad, man.
He should just knock him out anyway and take the less money.
Well, Mike is capable of doing anything at any time, right?
Yeah.
So
I think we've really, with Mike Tyson, I just think I don't want to see him in the ring anymore. I don't want to see it. That's not how I want to remember him. Getting knocked out by some YouTuber who only fights old UFC fighters, It's not a good look for boxing.
Well, if Jake Paul is putting things in the contract like Mike getting less money if he get knocked out, Jake Paul don't seem too confident in himself.
yeah. Well, we don't know if it's true, but Carl Froch was saying that. I read an article this morning on that. Let me see if I
Yeah, I
can
mean,
find it.
Carl Fox be popping crap a lot too.
Yeah, he does.
He's a crap talker, that's for sure.
Yeah, so I don't know if we could
I think
have.
Wilder. I think Carl Froch should fight Jake Paul. That would be an even better fight. Froch would knock
Yeah,
him down.
that. You think Carl Froch should take that payday?
Yeah, Froch would kill him.
No, Froch would kill him.
Even at 45 years old.
Jake
At
Paul wouldn't
45,
even.
yeah, you think so?
Yeah, Jake Paul wouldn't even fight Froch. Froch is too much up in this boxer, and and outside of the UK, Froch's name ain't the same like worldwide as some of these other guys that Jake Paul could fight and bring into the ring.
Is there anything else?
No,
Not
that
on the
was it.
list, no.
Okay, great show, guys. We'll be back next week.
All right,
Yeah,
man.
great show. Great show, guys.
See you
All
later,
right,
guys.
see y'all later, man.
Bye, guys.
Take care.